Last month it was yogurt, this month it's alcohol. Governor Cuomo planning to host a beer and wine summit to discuss how regulations affect manufacturers. Brandon Lewis explains why, for one new distillery, getting a seat at the table is important for the makers of the state's new and growing whiskey business.
Co-owner John Curtin of the Albany Distilling Company is starting to bottle their new make whiskey ahead of their grand opening Friday.
We need to make sure that it's evenly mixed and that the percent alcohol is correct.
It's the first distillery in Albany since Prohibition and one of about 50 distilleries operating statewide, adding to New York's many breweries and winemakers.
Seeing it go from this crazy idea we had into reality has been really incredible.
Initially, to help with the booming business of booze, Governor Cuomo announced the state's first beer and wine summit. Initially, distilleries like the Albany Distillery Company weren't included, but through successful lobbying, they were able to get invited, which means they can work better with the state.
There's virtually no difference between us and, say, a farm winery or a farm brewery, except, I mean, obviously we're making spirits rather than beer or wine. We pay New York farmers quite a bit of money to support the state economy. We also pay a pretty high rate in taxes for each spirit we produce. So they're benefiting from us, and what we'd like to get back from them is the cooperation and education that they have been showing us.
Curtin points out all the barrels,
but these ones are full. All the smaller ones on the ground here
contain grain from New York farms.
And we like the idea of helping to revitalize New York's agriculture.
Which is why they're not only anxious for their grand opening, but also having a seat at the table discussing the future of the state's alcohol legislation. Brandon Lewis, CBS 6 News.